Happy full moon in Capricorn. Today is the full moon in Capricorn, and the signs and the ascension symptoms are so powerful that I just had to make a video. Hi, I'm Elena Love, and I am your spiritual coach and your guide to the soft life you deserve. Today is the day after the summer solstice and the day of the full moon in Capricorn. And why this is so potent and what I am feeling in my spirit is that this is a rebirth, not just of a new version of you, but of a new lifetime. This is the point, the period of time between now and the end of the year when you will birth your true self. You will birth your higher self into physical form. And what makes this full moon so special is that it's because it's an earth sign, we are now ascending as a collective, which has happened on this planet before, but we are ascending in our bodies as a collective. And so that has never happened before. And with Capricorn being an earth sign, that is this earth, this suit of earth that we are privileged to wear, our bodies. And so, because we are ascending with our bodies, you may be having some ascension symptoms. Some of those symptoms may be fatigue, irritability, feeling almost like you're awake, but also still in a dream state, having flashbacks of dreams. Why that's so significant is because we store energy and gifts in our dreams. And sometimes our angels, our guides, our higher self will store gifts for us in our dreams. And when we bring that remembrance, that energy back to our conscious mind, we can download those gifts when we are ready for them. And if you're like me, for the past week, since Monday, I have been feeling like I'm dreaming and I'm awake at the same time, and also having flashbacks of dreams that I've had over 10 years ago. And so you want to be conscious when those dreams come. Say this very quick command: thank you, Spirit, for the gifts that you have hidden for me within this dream. I am now open and ready to receive them now. I am now open and ready to receive them now. That is the important part. And when you receive them, know that there is something else that you are giving up. So, another symptom can be that you are thinking of old relationships, you are thinking of past loves, past friends. And it's really important that if there was an interaction on your part where you were not your best, I had a memory where I remembered I did something that was very, very toxic because I was so wounded in that moment. And I had to forgive myself. And in my mind and in my heart, I asked that person to forgive me. And so these things are coming up, not so we can stuff them back down, but they're coming up so that we can release them, so that we can heal, so that we can release that person. If you think of your energy field, if you think of your consciousness, yes, we have unlimited consciousness, but two dissimilar frequencies cannot be in the same space at the same time. So that if you have unforgiveness, if you have not taken responsibility, then you have this amazing healing gift or this amazing new relationship that is healthy and that is unconditional love. Those two things can't embody in the same vessel. So it's coming up so that you can release it and make way for these new beautiful gifts that spirit is bringing in for you, and that you have called in, that your soul has called in. And now is the time. Between now and the end of the year is such a potent and powerful time for you to manifest the life of your dreams. And I want you to hear this. You absolutely can manifest the life of your dreams between now and the end of the year. It can come to you just like that. And I know it because I've done it. My next video is going to be my story of how the law of assumption changed my life. And so stay tuned for that. But I want you to focus on, what do I really, really want? One of the things that came to mind that God brought to my spirit was that we have a God has such a big vision, a big destiny for us. And for a lot of us, it's too big. And we run from it. And we run and we hide in who we have been told we should be, who we have been taught we should be, instead of running towards what God says we should be, because we know it's going to cost us some relationships, because we know that we're going to have to give up some habits. We know we're going to have to take on a whole new level of responsibility. When I got called to ministry, I had a beautiful vision of myself preaching to a large a large crowd, excuse me. And I could feel myself there. And it was so incredible. And immediately, the fear of that level of responsibility kicked in. And I was far enough along in my journey that I didn't run from it, but I still had to work through it. And so, what I encourage you to do this full moon, and we feel the energy of the full moon for 3 days after, I encourage you to sit in prayer, in meditation, and say, what is my dream life? What is God's vision for my life? You can say, God, spirit, universe, source, whatever you are aligned with, show me your vision of me. Show me how you see me, so that I may see myself that way. Because a lot of times our vision is clouded by past mistakes, projections of people that we loved and we thought loved us, and maybe they do love us, but they have projected their fears and their trauma onto us. And so we have just boxed ourselves in and made ourselves very small. We are divine immortal beings. We are individuated essences of the Most High. We did not come here to be small. Yes, we needed to play that role in order to survive in, for a lot of us, a very hostile environment. But when you are on the journey of manifesting, when you are on a healing journey, you have made an agreement with your higher self, with God, to say, I am willing to see myself differently. I am willing, because this version of me no longer suits me. It's no longer comfortable. It no longer feels good. It is no longer for me. And I am willing to let all of that go. And that is the opportunity this beautiful, gorgeous full moon is giving us. The opportunity to shed what no longer serves us. And we hear that a lot, but let's think about what that really means. That is about toxic relationships. And that can be with people, places, things, jobs, even our mindsets. We are being given the opportunity and the beautiful pull of this full moon to let that go with ease and grace, and say, thank you for the experience. Thank you for that experience. Thank you for what you've taught me. I am now ready to see myself differently. I am now ready for a new experience. So let's say it's poverty. Let's say it's lack. You can say, thank you for the experience of lack. Thank you for what it taught me. Thank you for how it shaped me. But I am now ready to receive my divine inheritance. I am now ready to receive my wealth, my generational wealth, the wealth of my soul, the wealth of my bloodline. I now claim it, and it is done. This is the power that you have. And this is what this full moon is bringing us to. So be very clear, not about what your limited mind says you can have. Be very clear about what you really want. How do you really want to feel? And write it down. Write it down as if it's already done. Thank you that I am so blessed. Thank you that I am so wealthy. I am so healthy. Thank you that I am at peace. Thank you that I feel so loved. Thank you for showing me how loved I am. This morning I woke up and I could feel a shift in my being. I could feel last night as I was sleeping my ego self and my higher self, and my higher self wanting to come in, and my ego self being afraid, and me being willing to say, I surrender. I surrender to the silence. I surrender to this void. That's the other thing. I have been feeling a void all week. And for me, the void, I've learned to celebrate the void, because when the void comes, that means that I'm going to another level. And so I want you to think about for yourself, when you are about to go to another level, what does that look like for you? In the beginning of your healing journey, it may look like everything goes to hell. Friends act funny, parents act funny, kids act crazy, lovers act crazy, you know, the job is acting crazy. You may lose a job, you may have to move. Like, it may look like loss in the beginning of your journey. But if you can teach yourself to recognize that and celebrate it, because that means a higher version of your reality is coming in. We oftentimes we want the new before we can let go of the old, right? That is what the ego wants. The ego wants to say, I want to be comfortable. The soul doesn't give a shit about comfortable. The soul just wants experience and growth and expansion, and that is what we are maturing into. So if you are on a healing journey, I want to just encourage you that it does get easier, and you will start to recognize, okay, I prayed for better, and that means that what I prayed for before that needs to fall away. And I give myself permission to let that go. You will start to flow with the rhythms of your journey. It will not always look like the world is on fire, I promise you. But in the beginning, yes. And in the beginning, it can be scary if you don't know what is happening. So if right now you are in a place where you're in a void, where it feels like, if you're like me and you're empathic and you can't feel, and maybe you can't hear spirit, and all of these gifts that you use to navigate are kind of at a lull, celebrate, because a new level of gifts are coming in, a new level of awareness, a new level of being is coming in. If you are at a place where you are being asked to let go, my love. I give you permission to let go, and I promise you that there is something so much better on the other side. But in this moment, the beauty of this in between, this liminal space, is that you get to call in what you want. I choose a deeper relationship with Source. I choose a better relationship with money. I choose a higher relationship of love. I choose to be more of my higher self. That is the opportunity of this moment. And I pray that you will take it. So, some of the signs that have been coming that signal this rebirth: the color yellow, that is the color of the sacral, the color of the sun, that is power, that is creativity. Butterflies, especially yellow butterflies or white butterflies. I've seen 3 in the last 2 days. Ravens or crows, those mean spiritual initiations, death and rebirth. Okay. Wisdom, resourcefulness. These are the gifts that are coming in for us. And so much joy, so much joy is on the other side of this letting go. And I just want to encourage you to just be able to release it with love, with gratitude. Even if it is releasing in a way that doesn't feel good to you, your primary mantra should be everything is always working out for me. The Louise Hay mantra, all is well, everything is always working out for me. Out of this situation will only come blessings and miracles. I am safe. If you can do nothing else, if you can repeat that mantra over and over and over, I promise you it will shift what you are experiencing. Because what it does, one, it trains your mind to let go of worry. And if I can give every person who interacts with my videos one gift, it is to replace worry with gratitude. Because when you can do that, then you align with the truth, which is everything works out for my good. Everything is working together for my benefit. And the other thing that the Louise Hay mantra does, it aligns you with divine good, with the divine truth, which is everything is always working out for me, and that blessings and miracles are always available in every situation. I have used it in a situation that I did not think that I could even survive. Someone close to me hurt me so deeply and betrayed me in such an egregious way. And I chanted this, and I mean, I couldn't sleep. I was so upset. And I chanted it, and I chanted it, and I chanted it just inside my being. And out of that, I was able to release myself out of a 10-year relationship that was very toxic. And I didn't even realize the depths, because when you're in it, you don't realize how dysfunctional the situation is. You're just in that pattern. And it released me from that pattern. And I could see the person for exactly who and what they were. And I was able to release them completely out of my life. So if you are going through a painful situation, I encourage you, and I'm going to put it down in the description. All is well. Everything is always working out for me. Out of this situation will only come blessings and miracles. I am safe. Okay? So I encourage you to enjoy and utilize this powerful, powerful energy of this full moon and use it as a springboard to set you on the path of your dream life. If you had a magic wand and everything could go exactly the way you want it to, what would your life look like by Christmas? That is your journal prompt for this full moon. And I want you to let me know, are you having any of these ascension symptoms? Have you been tired? I've even experienced some nausea and not wanting to eat certain foods that typically before had been my favorites. Having cravings for things and then eating it and being like, it's not even what I want. So let me know, what have your ascension symptoms been? How are you feeling this full moon? And let me know. Email me at elenalove7777@gmail.com and let me know, what does your life look like by Christmas? If you are interested in working together with me one-on-one, you can go to my website, elenalove.com. As usual, I'll put the link in the description, and you can book a free discovery call and we can talk about your dream life and how I can help you to manifest it by Christmas. All right. I love you so much. Thank you so much for being with me and for watching, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.